Hello and welcome to Good Morning Thailand. Today we'll be talking about some of the news topics from across the country and ASEAN. I'm Jay.
And I'm Alex.
And it's his birthday.
It is.
So we're going to start with our first story today regarding Thailand halting extended alcohol sales hours, citing safety concerns. Now, the Thai government has halted plans to extend alcohol sales hours due to rising road casualties and accidents. Public Health Minister Somsak emphasized public safety after a tense meeting. Current sales hours remain at 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. and 5 p.m. midnight. A pilot project in tourist areas extending sales by 2 hours led to increased accidents and fatalities. Now, draft laws on alcohol sales are pending review. The Ministry of Tourism estimates significant revenue boosts if hours are extended, but safety concerns prevail. Authorities must balance tourism growth with public health priorities. Can we stop people from drinking the alcohol?
Yeah, it's one of those things where, like, they attempted it, right? It was like a pilot program. Let's extend the hours, see what happens. Yeah. And they saw what happened and didn't like it. So safety concerns, it's one of those things. There's a huge boost to revenue when the hours are extended. However, there's also an uptick in accidents and fatalities. That's also not good. So I think erring on the side of safety is probably okay. There's plenty of party to be found in Thailand.
Is there a direct correlation between that? Because...
yeah, I mean...
it's one of those rules where everyone just pretends like it's real.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of the places around Thailand are open well past the allowed time anyways.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the validity of these statistics are, or how they're judging that, you know, there are more casualties and stuff. Maybe they're right. Maybe we're missing something. They must have seen something to make it happen.
You know, it's like you said, though, I think there's like a lot of the rules are enforced a little bit, but the thing is, it's a huge problem in the party areas. People really come to Thailand to let loose. Yeah. So you know, there is concern about that.
Thailand in general has a huge problem with drink driving and speeding. However, you know, casualties caused by late night drinking, I don't know about that.
Yeah,
but hey,
well,
I'm glad I'm not the one making those decisions.
Right.
Move on to our next story.
That's true. All right, well, we got a weird one. So friends have turned foes in a bizarre temple brawl in East Pattaya. That's right, a bizarre brawl near Hua Yai Temple in East Pattaya left two friends critically injured. Now, on June 18th, a playful banter between 36-year-old Wirayut and 58-year-old Tong Chai escalated into violence. Now, Wirayut, wielding a baseball bat, and Tong Chai, armed with a knife, clashed, resulting in severe injuries. Eyewitnesses called emergency services, and Tong Chai was detained by a bystander. He claimed he was provoked by Wirayut's drunken behavior, while Wirayut insisted jesting unintentionally sparked the altercation. Police are reviewing CCTV footage to ensure justice for both men. This is something I'm always concerned about when I'm doing my comedy shows, is like, am I taking the joke too far? I don't know. Has it gone too far? Is this going to escalate into something more? Two best friends, a little banter, ends in the emergency room. Yeah. No good, man. Thoughts?
I've never had that kind of experience before with my friend, but then again...
Have you ever been in a fight?
One.
One? Yeah?
Yeah.
How'd you do?
I did all right.
All right.
Yeah, I did all right.
Nice. You're a big guy.
Yeah. But then I feel like in Thailand I've been able to get away with a lot of things because A, I normally never get in trouble. B, Thai people are extremely kind unless you find a way to disrespect them in a very brash way. They won't kind of lose their cool. They're very accepting. They're very inclusive. So it's difficult, I think, to get in trouble, really.
Yeah. What is this, like a fight club
you know,
thing?
friends can be stupid sometimes.
That's for sure. And honestly, it's with your friends where you can feel the more comfortable to go. But like coming at each other with baseball bats and knives, bit of an escalation. I like Kazna's comment here. What? A brawl? In Pattaya?
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, I know it's not really shocking news, but...
but then again, like, I mean, let's say if you wanted to have a fight with me, if you're not showing up with a baseball bat, then, you know.
Oh, these hands are weapons of mass destruction. No, probably not.
All right. We're going to move on to our next story, going towards Isan, where Khon police hunt serial flasher. Police in Khon are searching for a man named Billy for repeatedly masturbating in public. He targeted at least 4 women, including a university student, a restaurant worker, and 2 young sisters. Incident occurred on June 18th and 19th, with Billy using a motorbike to approach his victims. He had been recently arrested for theft on June the 4th. CCTV footage has helped identify him, and police are now appealing for information on his whereabouts and his purple and black Honda Zoomer X bike. Serial masturbating flasher.
Yes, a menace on the loose, man. It's very traumatizing for the girls that have to experience.
Why would he do that?
Super disgusting. It's mental health issues, right? That kind of thing.
He's also got a bike for a quick getaway.
Yeah, as a result of theft. This man is a menace to society right now. So hopefully the Khon police can get him and put a stop to this madness.
Yeah.
Anyways, gross.
Oh, well. Yeah. Oh, well.
Put it away, boy.
I mean, yeah. I was just thinking, how does he coordinate?
Right. That's some serious multitasking there.
Anyways.
Yeah, gross story, though. Hope those girls are okay, and hopefully this guy gets put away. Anyways, on to our next story. Now, vaping. E-cigarettes.
Gross.
It's a controversial topic, especially here in Thailand. Now, cyber police have recently seized 17 million baht worth of illicit e-cigarettes. So, the cyber police in Thailand dismantled a major e-cigarette network, seizing over 80,000 items worth more than 17 million baht and arresting 2 suspects. The raids occurred at a warehouse in Nakhon Pathom and a house in Bangkok, uncovering large quantities of e-cigarettes and e-liquids. The suspects, who claim to be caretakers, are under investigation. Authorities highlighted the growing concern over e-cigarette use among students and urged parental education on the health risks. The suspects face charges of selling banned products and smuggling under the Customs Act. Well, this is one of those weird gray areas here in Thailand, right? The vapes and the e-cigarettes are not technically legal, and yet they are ubiquitous. They are almost all over the place, right?
Yeah.
You can find them on street corners in Sukhumvit all the time, and you see tourists and people indulging constantly. And this is one of the problems when it is illicit. The people who are selling it don't have any responsibility to card consumers, right? So it can end up in the hands of kids and things like that. So for me, personally, I like to see a policy change on this. And I think it's the tobacco industry that's really trying to shut them out to keep the cigarette sales going.
Majority of the people I know vape. At least it's better than cigarettes in the sense of maybe smell, and they come in really good flavors, but it's also highly addictive. And if you are living in Bangkok, you've definitely seen it, or someone who vapes. And
in any social setting, it's there.
It's illegal, but like you said, Alex, it's literally on the streets. You can buy it. You can have it delivered. I could have it delivered to work right now.
Yeah, I know a guy too.
Yeah, everybody knows a guy who knows a guy in Bangkok.
Yeah. I'd like to see a regulation change on that front.
All right. Well, on to more holier stories. Bangkok monk criticized for luxurious lifestyle. Now, a Bangkok monk is facing backlash after a Facebook post revealed his lavish lifestyle, including use of 2 high-end mobile phones, dining at a shabu restaurant, and purchasing a Cartier diamond bracelet for 185,000 baht. The post highlighted the monk's indulgences, sparking criticism for contradicting Buddhist principles of simplicity and humility. The controversy has ignited widespread debate about materialism within the monastic community, while some defend the monk's right to privacy. Others argue his actions undermine the spiritual example accepted of monks. The temple and religious authorities have yet to respond to the calls for action.
What's a monk dripping in Cartier?
Yeah.
That one kind of rubs me the wrong way a little bit.
Look, we have to kind of do this in parts. Not all monks were born and live in temples. A lot of young individuals, for spiritual reasons or being forced by their parents or whatever reason, go into monkhood and practice it.
Sure.
And they come from wealthy families.
Sure.
And they're used to Porsches and Cartier watches. It's not like, he's stealing money or anything. It's like, is it his fault that he gets gifted such exuberant,
extravagant, lavish gifts.
Extravagant
but
gifts.
The point is, what that money, the money behind that Cartier, like, you know, you could sell that if it was a gift, and then you could actually do some good for the community in some kind of way.
Why? Because he's a monk?
Isn't that the concept, right? Like giving up earthly possessions and things like that.
Yeah, fair
so,
enough.
yeah, I mean, if you're going to be wearing, like, you know, that's it's fine. You can wear your Cartier if you're a normal human citizen.
Yeah.
But as someone representing a faith that, you know, decries that kind of behavior, I think this is justified criticism.
Say that to your church priest in America.
Don't look at me, dude. Don't put me in with those guys, okay? I don't want that association.
I get it. You're right. Like if it is someone who's dedicated their life to monkhood, you are supposed to give off those earthly possessions, but maybe it's just he's doing it all for the gram.
I mean, you know, at the same time, I do love the concept of a dripped out monk, you know?
Yeah.
Like, just like walking around with his like Armani glasses and stuff. That does sound fun to me, but more like in a movie, not in real life.
Yeah.
Anyways,
All right, yeah.
On to our last Thailand story. There was an interesting story coming out of the public transport system in Thailand, or in Bangkok, I should say, as a monkey has disrupted the Bangkok BTS traffic. A monkey was spotted on the railway track at Bang Hwa BTS station in Bangkok, causing a stir among commuters. A video shared by Red Skull News showed the monkey walking along the track, prompting concerns about safety. The Department of National Parks and Wildlife and Plant Conservation, or DNP, is working to capture the animal to prevent accidents. Initial reports incorrectly suggested the monkey was from Lopburi, but DNP confirmed it was not, as Lopburi monkeys are tattooed for identification. The monkey's presence was confirmed by a female university student who recorded the video while waiting for a train. Authorities are on alert to capture the monkey promptly.
What is this monkey business?
It's an urban jungle out there, isn't it?
It is.
I'm just. Are there monkeys that close to Bangkok that can make it there?
I don't know.
That was news to me.
Someone has lost a monkey out there.
Yeah, maybe
That's happened.
Could have been a pet. That's true.
Yeah. It's not only dogs and cats that run away. Everybody, quick, check your monkey.
Yeah, we're bubbles. Yeah.
Fizzy booble.
It's, the Lopburi stories are getting crazier and crazier. I think it's funny they're tattooing the monkeys for identification. I doubt they've tattooed them all though, so I don't know if they can.
No. All those thousands of monkeys are tattooed.
Yeah.
Suspicious.
That seems a little sus on that.
Suspicious.
F.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to move on to our next story around ASEAN now. And we're going to take a trek down to the Philippines, where extreme heat worsens conditions in the Philippine jails. A historic heat wave in the Philippines is exacerbating conditions in the country's overcrowded jails, which are the fourth most congested globally. Temperatures surpassing 122 degrees have caused severe health issues among inmates, including boils, rashes, and heat-related illnesses. Overcrowding, a legacy of former President Duterte's anti-drug campaign, forces some inmates to sleep on roof decks. The Supreme Court has ordered judges to inspect jails due to climate change impacts. Despite slight improvements under President Marcos Jr., significant policy changes are needed for long-term solutions. Advocates call for better ventilation and other measures to alleviate the extreme heat.
Yeah, so 122 degrees Fahrenheit, that's almost like 50 degrees Celsius or something like that. It's insane. And
That's the Middle East heat.
Dude, they were having 41 or something, 40 plus prisoners in cells designed for like 7 or something like that. So it's insanely overcrowded as a result of their very strong war on drugs that was under Duterte. And those sentences are still being served under the new president. But I can't imagine that there's probably going to be some prisoners dying because of those conditions. So that's something that needs to be looked into. I don't know. It's like a human rights violation. AC for the people. All right, now our last story today takes us over to Indonesia, where there is a plan to move the capital, but its $38 billion capital relocation plan is now facing delays.
Oh, no.
So Indonesia's capital city, Jakarta, home to over 10 million people, is sinking rapidly due to climate change and the swampy land it sits on. By 2050, experts predict that a third of Jakarta could be submerged. In response, Indonesia plans to relocate its capital to Nusantara on the island of Borneo Borneo, aiming to create a sustainable forest city, carbon neutral by 2045, with an estimated cost of $38 billion. However, the project faces delays and higher than expected costs, with recent resignations of key team members. Convincing people to move remains a challenge, raising concerns about the project's feasibility. Wild.
Yeah.
This is something we talk about with many coastal cities, that the climate change is affecting things. It's exacerbated in Jakarta because they built that city on marshes and marshland. So the land isn't it's not a good foundation in the first place. But, yeah.
Well, hey, when sinking, let's just move to the nearest island.
Borneo sounds nice.
Borneo.
Yeah.
You don't hear much about Borneo.
I've seen pictures. It looks beautiful, man.
I mean, when is Borneo ever in the news? What has Borneo ever done?
Well, here we
as
are.
a country.
We're here.
It's a country.
Is it? I thought Borneo was a region in Indonesia.
Part of
Borneo.
No, I believe Borneo is a separate country, isn't it?
Oh, nope. Shared by Malaysian states of Sabah, Sarawak, Indonesia. See, we should do our research before we do these stories.
Who governs Borneo? Malaysia. No.
Borneo is what country? It's a country.
It's a country. That's what I said. Borneo.
Sort of. Malaysia and Brunei in the north, and Indonesia as well.
Anyways,
it's a complicated place, apparently.
It's a complicated place.
But imagine the logistics of trying to get 10 million people to move, though. That's such a wild thing. Like, and you know, that's a conservative number. I'm sure Jakarta's urban sprawl is insane. So, I don't know. It's a weird concept. The idea of moving a capital.
Leave early, ladies and gentlemen, because I've heard there's a lot of traffic in Jakarta, and I'm sure that moving cities is not going to solve the problem.
Elliot's got the answer for us. Malaysia, Brunei, and Indonesia all own Borneo Island.
I see.
Collectively. Wow. Hold on. Look at that. You're teaching us some things. Thank you, Elliot.
I know Borneo is an island. I thought it was governed by someone, but...
I knew apparently multiple jurisdictions. Weird one. Cool. Yeah. Well, that's the news. Yeah.
Cool. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. Those are some of the stories from across the country and ASEAN today. For now, we're going to take a dive into the live comments. So if you do have any questions, comments, please ask away.